Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. I am your conspiracy asshole, Primetime 99 Alex Stein, and we're about to do some freaking money magic, baby. Are you guys ready to make some money? We got the one, the only Chakra Doctor about to make it rain money like an R. Kelly music video tonight. We're gonna get the energy going. We're gonna get the good vibrations flowing. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. How are you doing, Mr. Chakra Doctor? What's going on, my friend?
I am doing well. How you doing, my brother? Damn, that was a hell of an introduction.
Not over yet. It's about to come on. You ready? Let's go!
Let's get it.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to the Conspiracy Castle. I'm your conspiracy asshole, and we have the Chakra Doctor with us today. And I know we're joking around a little bit, but let's start off with that. What is money magic? And kind of tell us about sorcery. And are we doing a ritual right now?
Well, first and foremost. Hi, I'm Reverend Rand Dunbar, the Chakra Doctor, founder and CEO of MyFCA Inc., Chakra Doctor, as well as leader and Reverend of Holy Trinity Church of Our Mother. I'm an ordained minister, a natural holistic healer, as well as a spiritual master and occult guru, an entrepreneur. Full-time, I do these things for my full-time entrepreneurship. My business scales 5 figures a month, and this comes strictly from esoteric principles. One might call esoteric principles. So first and foremost, the reason why they call me the Chakra Doctor is because I created my own yoga, and the name of that yoga is called FCA Yoga. And it's a yoga where you can physically feel all 29 of your chakras coursing through your body as a physical sensation and evidence that the chakras are real, they do exist, and you can use them to manifest all of your desires and all of your dreams if you only dare challenge to go through what you have to go through inside of yourself when it comes to correcting yourself. So I teach a level called high sorcery, high magic, and that is the ability to be able to be mostly still and invoke the powers of any magic on the face of the planet while invoking that magic in word and in feeling and thought only. And tapping into your chakras, tapping into all 29 of your chakras, be able to manifest the things that you truly want from your highest level, from your highest perspective, your highest potential, and your highest self. A lot of people, so when it comes to this magic that I practice, it's not a magic of, hey, we're just gonna want us to get money, because a lot of people don't even know what money is. And money is way more than cash, physical dollars. So in high sorcery, we teach you that everything is magic, and everything that you do, from cleaning your house to making your bed to doing a podcast to making a post on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or whatever medium you choose, is a form of magic, and you are imprinting the algorithm, the overall motherboard algorithm you like to call the matrix, whenever you begin to put your signal out there, your quote-unquote signal, and your signal being your name, your date of birth, the numbers that are associated with you, the friends, the family, desires, faith, love, sex, romance, enthusiasms, hopes, negative, positive, positive life, everything that make you is a part of the overall algorithm making you magic. If they tell you in science, if you want to understand the human body, you can understand the universe. If you want to understand the universe, you must understand the human body. So teaching high sorcery, we teach you that, number one, we follow the Bible when it says in Psalms 82 and 6.
Wait, slow down.
So
you guys use the Bible, though?
The Bible is magic.
Okay.
I got you. The Bible is magic. I'm showing you guys how the Bible is magic. And the Bible says that we are gods.
It says Hotep means, what is it? Hotep means the God in me sees the God in you. Is that what that means? I just read that. Is that, are you familiar with that? Yes.
And,
Okay.
well, if you look at this wall, I'm kind of very familiar with.
That's Afrocentric, wouldn't that? That's they say that's culture vulture. These teachers unions in LA, they got like a teacher's gift, and they gave them a bunch of like this, a lot of the teachers were half black, half white, and they gave them a bunch of like Afrocentric stuff. Some were from Jamaica. They're like, this isn't my culture. You know what I'm saying? Some of that it gets railroaded. Did you see when Nancy? I'm saying Nancy Pelosi. You remember when she took the knee with the like dashiki on? I mean, come on, dude. That's not. I mean, that's pandering.
Well,
that's pandering.
If Nancy Pelosi goes and does her lineage and checks her bloodline and where she truly come from, they all say we all come from a single organism in Africa. So,
listen, my dream is to be a black man. I've worshipped black men my whole life. I mean, I'm saying that is why not? I'm a culture vulture. Everything that I do, I learned from a black man in entertainment before me has done it all. I mean, come on, dude. That's what I want. That's what I think we're all attracted to, because I think that's why the black culture is the most exploited culture. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. I would definitely agree that the black culture is the most exploited culture because of these hidden treasures that lie within it. And the main hidden treasure that lies within it is magic, sorcery, the invisible, witchcraft, religion.
But you use the Bible, okay, but that sounds like Aleister Crowley type of stuff. Okay, explain how you use the Bible, because that's what he would do. He would take the Bible and invert it, you know?
So let me show you how I'll give you this one argument that proves that the Bible is witchcraft. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
They believe in an invisible God that nobody has ever seen before, except for, themselves on the personal level. You see it on a personal level, right? They have angels in the book, demons in the book, dragons in the book, jinn in the book. People die and come back to life.
Wait. In the Bible, there's jinn. I thought there's only jinn in the Quran. There's jinns in the Bible. I don't know.
So remember, jinn are in the Quran, but jinn are also in the Bible when you check the book of Job. So now, when you're talking about a book where people can get swallowed by whales and don't die, men can turn staffs into snakes and battle other men in magical battles and split the Red Sea with just a staff and say, whoosh, Red Sea is split from this God that nobody can see, but we're reading about this, right? People can turn water into wine. That's right there. That turns into a bottle of rosé right now in the Bible days.
I've seen some homeless guys do it in prison. Okay. I've seen guys do that in prison. So, hey, listen, real quick, though. What about this one? I can prove the Bible is actually a new book because...
So, wait a minute.
Wait, let me just say this point.
Right? So, all the characters in the Bible. Tell me, doesn't that sound like your favorite Lord of the Rings? Or Harry Potter?
I don't know, but let me make this point real quick. I'm vibing with you, but dude, I can prove that the Bible is a fairly new book because Jesus was trans. This is how Jesus was similar to Caitlyn Jenner because he transitioned from the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. So wouldn't that mean that Jesus was trans?
Well, remember, Jesus is a plagiarized version of an older story. So once you understand that the story that you call the Bible and the stories that you see in the Bible are a plagiarism of something older, meaning they have stories that predate the stories that identically match them. That means that these are borrowed stories made to fit this time. And so when I give people the Bible and tell people about the Bible, it represents basic instructions, but it's not advanced instructions. It's a beginning point. But the Bible itself says you fall because you lack knowledge. So the Bible instructs you to go to knowledge outside of it to make sure that you get a full, well-rounded, roundabout knowledge. So I always teach people that any kind of book where they have invisible principles right now, you can't duplicate that right now today. Can anybody walk on water today? Can anybody fly and go to them and fly like, they did in the Bible right now? No, right? So this means these books, these stories fall under the realm of what one might call a myth or religion. Now, when you're dealing with a world where on your dollar bill, it says, "In God we trust," that means your money was created on a principle surrounding a particular deity. That means it was created around magic, because show me one magic that it doesn't involve a deity. So religion is the biggest witchcraft cult in the world while we call it religion, but they do the same identical principles. They symbolically drank blood in communion, symbolically eat flesh as cannibalism at church. These are all paganistic rituals. You go to church on Sunday, that is the sun in the sky. You call Jesus the Son of Man, the Son of God, right? They're talking about the sun, the celestial. When you look at the Bible is really a big celestial book. Why you think they got 12 tribes of Israel, 12 signs of the zodiac, 12 in the 12 nights of the round table, 12 months in your year, 12 months around, 12 around your clock. The 12 is always going on throughout the Bible, and it's showing you that this book is deeper than some type of history that they're trying to tell you. The Bible itself tells you that the book itself is an allegory. Galatians 4:22 through 24. The Bible says it itself that this book is an allegory. So I know how to interpret the Bible simply because I know it's a magical book. Most people interpret it because they think it's an actual historical book of fact, when actually it is a book of tales that has been ripped off thousands of years, repeated and remixed for whatever culture wants to get their hands on it. And it has that much power because these principles actually, reign kind of true. If you don't kill, thou shalt not kill, and don't steal, and all of these type of things, good things that happen in your life if you have positive energy going, So when you think about religion versus witchcraft, they mirror each other. I mean, they both light candles. I go to right now to my Catholic church. I'm there to light some candles. I go right now to the paganistic temple. They're going to have some candles lit. They both believe in invisible entities. They both believe in angels and demons. They both believe in an invisible world. And they both believe that you go somewhere after here when you die. I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between religion and witchcraft.
I mean, honestly, I think it's kind of similar. I mean, especially Judaism. I mean, that's all kinds of, what I mean?
Especially Judaism.
Yes, I'm saying. Yeah. So, it's like, I can't really disagree. There's a lot of Christians who watch my show. They're probably going to be really mad, but. I'm
an ordained minister, so I'm an ordained Christian minister, and my church follows the Christ directives. The Christ directives are the actual sayings of Christ and the actual story of Christ, and emulating that to the best of your ability, reaching a state of Christ consciousness and meditation and other forms and practices as well.
Well, tell me this: when you're talking about the Christ consciousness, I vibe with that because I think there is something like spiritually godly inside of us all. So is that kind of what you're preaching? That's
the chakras. Remember, so the chakras is that spiritual godly thing inside of us all. Your chakra means wheel of light, circle of light, or sphere of light. A guy
I really respect, James from Modern Day Debate. He's throwing a little, he's trolling, he's throwing shady, saying he is just parroting crap from the crap documentary, The Zeitgeist, that even atheist scholars laugh at. But I just tend to disagree with James. The only reason I really read that is I kind of disagree because don't you think, I think there is something spiritually, godly in all of us. That's why we're here, because it's the sheer chance of us being here is like winning the lottery 10 times over. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to think about it. Like I tell everybody, there are those. I always tell people, watch the movies. You think trillionaires pay billionaires to pay millionaires to just entertain you, or are they telling you a story? Hey, man, everybody has their right to believe whatever. I value his opinion. Am I just getting everything from off of Zeitgeist, or am I not? Am I just a repeater or a parrot, or am I not? Will he or won't he, right? To be or not to be, that is the question. And so I always put it into context and says, well, I'm on the side that says to be, right? And so when you're talking about money magic, you got to realize that there's something that is bigger than cash and dollars. Money is a frequency. And when you are trying to manifest money, you will definitely have to tune into that frequency, because money is like a shy little schoolgirl. You can't just, approach her all brazenly. She will run away and go tell.
Yeah, but why would you want to approach a schoolgirl? I mean, who approaches? I mean, what is that? That's kind of weird. I'm not even throwing hate. That's kind of a random analogy. Why would? School.
So you teach your children to run away from strangers.
Oh, okay, I see. Right? So how to be a stranger?
A shy a shy schoolgirl, when you approach her, she's gonna run away and tell the teacher, right? Because you're a stranger and you come with a negative energy. This is how money is. When you're a stranger to money,
yeah, that makes sense.
And when you're a stranger to money, and when you have a negative vibe or a negative presence about yourself, you can run money away like this shy schoolgirl running and tell a teacher on a man that's trespassing on campus, right? And so we have to realize that in order for us to become teachers at the school versus trespassers at the school, we have to get ourselves into a state of chakra positivity and couple that state with orthodox and orthodox ritual, what one might call occultism, esoterics, magic, sorcery, and the like, as well as mix it with religion. I'm a big fan of mixing everything. So I believe in everything. I believe that everything has a piece of the overall puzzle that we live. So there's no particular genre of religion or thing that is in existence that I just throw away and just disrespect. I know that I have my set of beliefs and everybody else have their own right and set of beliefs. But if you're definitely going to believe in something, belief in itself is magic, because what you're believing in is improving. Can anybody show me what God looks like right now? But everybody believe in God. They claim they believe in God. Show me what
he looks
like
like me, a little bit like me. He looks like this.
And then he looks like me when he looks in the mirror because he's omnipresent. So now he looks like me.
So yeah, but okay, everybody's getting mad, but I vibe with that because this is the truth. We are electromagnetic beings. Like, we either vibrate at a high energy or a low energy, and we give off that same level of energy. So if we're in a low vibrational state, we kind of transfer low vibrational energy, and we're attracted to other low vibrational energy people. And if we're high vibrational energy, we're attracted to other high vibrational energy people. And that's kind of what society's doing. They want to keep us in that low vibrational state, what they call the fight or flight state, because that's when we're most malleable. We're the very easy to control, because we're in this, like, so we can only see 5 inches in front of us instead of 5 miles. We can't see the big picture. We're stuck in a very micro mindset instead of the macro. So the idea of that they're trying to keep us in a low vibrational energy state, I vibe with all that. But then when you start talking about the magic, so what are you saying? You get chalk and put like draw stars and pentagrams on and then have like sex magic, and then like do all kinds of sex stuff like Aleister Crowley? That's what he would do, Chakra Doctor.
Well, so when you talk about magic, for you to just relegate it to somebody, a singularity like Aleister Crowley, that is saying, hey, relegating Christianity only to Christ. Christianity is for everybody, just like magic is for everybody, because they're both one and the same. So you can't never single out a person when it comes to actual magic. Jesus was a magician. Muhammad was a magician. All of the famous sages and gurus, they were magicians. If you were able to turn water into wine, that's magic. Yeah. If you're able to fly, levitate, walk on top of water, turn water into wine, and cast out demons and devils and communicate with angels, die and come back to life, what else would you call it, brother?
Well, you can go. Penn and Teller can do it on the Vegas Strip in Las Vegas, Nevada. They can do all that, but that's all magic. I mean, so that's all I know. That's the only example. I know that's the only example I can use.
The Bible and all of these books, right? If we believe the Bible and all of these books, I'm asking you, all of the feats that they are doing in the Bible, is that nothing short of magical?
I agree. Hey, what about this? Okay, Genesis chapter 11, verse 9, the Tower of Babel. It's a story of Nimrod trying to, build this tower to the kingdom of heaven to basically kill God. And then God, struck everybody to have different languages, and they all, kind of, went apart. If you reverse that, that's 9/11. So, what do you think about the plan for global domination is taken from the Bible, actually? What do you think about that, Chakra Doctor?
I think it's a weak plan, because look at everybody who's ever tried it. They failed. Show me one civilization.
You don't think Satan? You don't think Satan's kind of like working? We're kind of under a one world government in a way right now.
Nah, because if that was the case, you'd just see pedophile commercials on your mainstream TV. You can't even do that on mainstream TV.
Yeah, you're right. I guess you're right. I guess, yes, you're right. I guess we're not in the total day and age. But see, a lot of people will tell you that we're in Revelation, Do you think that is the case, Chakra Doctor, or no?
Yes, we're definitely in the age of revelation, new heaven, new earth. We're definitely in the age of a revelation where, you know, these so-called things that are happening in the Bible, there are old stories that have been recycling themselves. The earth goes through cycles. The universe goes through cycles. Our solar system, our galaxy goes through cycles. And these holy books just document those cycles and put them into forms of stories and mythology. And we have to be high-level intelligent enough to decipher them, decode them, and apply them to our lives and make them work on a level that one might call miraculous, that one might call magical, that one might call above average. And when you do above average spiritual things, you will begin to live a life that is miraculous and magical.
I like that. I mean, I need a little more luck, a little good magic. Actually, you know, I've had some good luck lately. They played a clip I was on with Harrison Smith of InfoWars. So actually, you know, things are looking good. I got a little money magic going on myself. I mean, I haven't made any money yet, but you know what I mean? It's about opening up the doors. So how do we, so the stuff that...
money yet, you ain't doing money magic, man. You ain't making no money, you ain't doing money magic.
Okay, well, tell me, how do I do money magic? Because I need more. I made some money. I did the other night on the stream. I got over $1,000 in donations. That's some money magic. Dude, I mean, let me show you
money
this.
Magic all day, man.
Let me show you this.
That's money magic all day.
Now I feel like I'm going to have to use this freaking computer to, use that money to buy a new computer now or something. I don't know why all of a sudden it's breaking down. Hold on, let me just share a screen. Let me show you guys this. I got to change this monitor. Hold on. Let me show you this. Monitor 2. Okay. Share screen. Basic. Share sound. Okay, tell me this isn't money magic, my friend. Watch this. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but this is a stream from the other night. Look at this. What happens?
Do this without you. Okay, flying over... look at this. Now, this is talk about predictive programming. Oh, wow, Chase, sure. Hey, yeah, I want to say, too, Chase, you know, you're
666. People are giving 666 donations.
Thank you.
You see that?
Much. Yeah, and everybody that cosplayers.
Huh? Wow, watch, $33. Look, watch this. Watch this. Hold on.
Yelling and screaming like that. So
let me play it.
I want to be ninja, yes.
Well, let me play this.
I want to be ninja. Oh my gosh, yes! Wow! Hold on.
Look what happens. I start going crazy. I start ripping off. I'm already at $450 right there. Okay, I know. Hold on. Just wait. It's not very long. We got like 3 minutes left. Watch. Watch this. Hold on. Wait. Let's go. Hold on. Look. At $600, look how much money I'm at. Look below. $600. $100 donation. $100 donation, Chakra Doctor. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
This is money magic, and the people like it. People are like using sorcery. I think they're taking control of me now by the donations. Hold on, we're just going to like 30 more seconds, and we're gonna get back to you. And look at this. People keep donating. $742 to keep track. Look at we're at $1,000. Look at this. $1,000. 9/11. $55 from Roosevelt Media, the best. $1,000, dude. What? Dude, nobody's ever going to donate ever again now that I just showed this. But, I mean, I hate to say it. Is that some sort of money magic? Like, what is that? How the heck did that happen?
Well, you know, Everybody has their way of generating a current, and it's not called currency for a reason. So definitely,
is that what happened? They got in my current? Is that what happened? They all got in my current, and that's why they give me money?
Well, think about it. Energy flows where attention goes. Weren't their attention on you?
Yeah, that's true. Wow. And it's just me going
their
psycho.
Is their current. Their energy is their current. They were paying attention to you with their current. And with that current that they were paying attention to you with, they were able to forward you to you with their current energy, current, in the form of cash dollars. And you were able to use that for more magical purposes.
Wow, that's insane. So we're all using magic. So what about the people that are Christians? Are gonna be like, I'm not a magician. That's satanic. What do you say?
You're praying to an invisible God that talks to you and tells you what to do and takes care of you and protects you and serves you and protects you and do all of these great things for you, and nobody can see them but you and the people that believe in it with you. That's kind of magical, if you don't say so myself.
Okay,
know?
Well, what about this? So what do you think? You don't think we evolve? Like, do you think there's obviously a creator? I mean, if you're a minister, don't you think so? Is there one creator? Is there many creators? What do you think? How did we get here, in your opinion?
The Bible says there are overall one. There's the overall source of all creators and people that create, and then there are plenty of creators that create plenty of things. And then there are people who duplicate and imitate what creators create. So I would definitely say, number one, that we are all collectively a part of that omnipotent and that omnipresent and that omniscience of the all. But then at the same time, we are individually aware of ourselves within that all. And we're able to tap into that individuality and spread whatever vibration we choose to spread. And this is, by law and definition, magic. That is the ability to influence the supernatural or the natural world to manifest what you desire or what you seek to accomplish as a goal or an aspiration. That's magic.
Okay, let me ask you
this. So if you study and pass your test, believe it or not, that's magic, because in order for you to do a spell, you got to study magic and know how to cast a spell. And if you are a person that went to school for 10 years to get a doctorate, that's magic, because it takes about a good 10 years for you to become a real nice spiritual master or a magical master. So when it comes to manifesting money, passive income streams, multiple resources on a continuous basis from different places, making sure that you align with the right people, the right places, the right times, and the right connections. This is all money. What would you rather have, $1 billion or a billion people? I ask you.
Well, I was thinking about that. It's like, I think unlimited breadsticks at Olive Garden is satanic.
No, what would you rather?
That's what I'm saying. I'd rather have $1 billion breadsticks. I'd rather have $1 billion breadsticks, because then I could eat forever. That's what my answer is. That's what I'm saying. That's how I want the $1 billion breadsticks. Now I want the $1 billion, of course. I want the breadsticks.
$1 billion or a billion people, you don't know which one you would want?
I want the $1 billion, the billion breadsticks. Breadsticks equal dollars in my mind. It's all about unlimited breadsticks.
Okay,
Every day is how many breadsticks I can eat.
Now, you ready for this?
Yes.
You got the 1 billion breadsticks, right? And you just passed up the 1 billion people. Now,
which I would do. I would do that happily. I would need some people to cook the breadsticks. I would need somebody to cook the breadsticks. I'd have to take a couple with me. A waiter.
1 billion people,
I get like 3 or 4. I get 4 Guatemalan guys just to cook the breadsticks. They're nice.
I mean, well, think about it. When you pass up 1 billion people, you're passing up a whole pool of energy, because $1 billion can hold this frequency, but 1 billion people, shit, you might have 100 billionaires just in the 1 billion people.
Yeah, but listen to this.
You own 1 billion people, or you own $1 billion. Which one you want? You own 1 billion people, or you own $1 billion.
Why would I want 1 billion people? Listen to this. Let me tell you something.
Because 1 billion people could get way more done than $1 billion. Think about it. 1 billion people, that's the state of China. That's China or India. That's like saying, would you own a country or $1 billion?
I wouldn't want the country because let me tell you something. Humans in groups become more idiotic. Like the more people you got, the dumber they get. So why would I want a billion people? I'd rather have the $1 billion, the billion breadsticks. I'm eating. I can feed my cats. I'd rather have 1 billion cats than 1 billion people. That's the energy I need. I got my cats. I got a dog. Look, I got a dog here too. Look at Ginger now. Look at Ginger. I got a freaking dog here.
You got a dog?
Yeah, this dog is insane.
I got kitty cat.
Yeah, I do too. I got both. I got too many damn animals.
I got kitty cat.
It's ridiculous how many animals I got. I got way too. Oh, look at that. That's a baby cat.
Yeah, this is sorcery. This is sorcery, and her sister is Magick. I don't know what's Magick. Is Magick? Oh, Magick is sleep. But this is sorcery right here.
Well, I know.
Kitty meow meow.
I know cats are like they have some sort of magic to them. Like, you know, they can absorb bad energy, supposedly. What do you think about that?
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of healing qualities, and they have a range of over 150 vocal inflections. So they basically a vocabulary of 150 different, meanings.
And so Sky Bear's like Mariah Carey. Can sing every octane, every note. Other cats can't.
Look.
This is Ginger.
What's the doggy name? What's your dog name one more time?
Ginger, because she's redheaded, like a gingerhead girl.
Hey,
like a redhead. Look at Ginger.
That looks just like my old dog.
Yeah, she's.
I had an old pit bull. Her name was Mama, and she was a red nose just like that, and they almost look identical. That's crazy.
Yeah, she's a.
Are you like my doppelganger?
Kinda. You're kind of like, I'm the white version of the Chakra Doctor. I'm the white Chakra Doctor. You're the black Conspiracy Castle asshole. We're brothers. Yeah. Oh, you're in Mansfield. We got to get together and shoot some content, dude. Because I'm vibing with everything you're saying. I'm not even trying to throw shade at all the Bible's magic. Because, dude, I think the Bible's been written by man. So it's not the literal word of God.
Magic.
Well, I'm just saying. But the Bible is a good book. I think you can follow it. But so is the Quran. So is probably other books. But like if you look at Judaism, that's
what I'm saying is magic. If the Bible was written by men, magical grimoires and everything else that were written by men, that falls under magical content. It was a book written by men about invisible principles, invisible stories, invisible people that did extraordinary superhero feats, like your favorite episode of The Flash, or your favorite episode of, or your favorite movie with the Harry Potter series, or Lord of the Rings. What's the difference between watching Lord of the Rings and reading the Bible? Talking trees and talking donkeys are in the Bible. They got talking donkeys in the Bible. Talking donkeys. Wait a minute, bro. Stop. That's Shrek. The talking donkey, that's on Shrek. Magic.
Yeah, but I mean, comparing people are gonna get mad.
In the Bible.
They're gonna go, why did he compare the Bible to Shrek? People are gonna freak out.
Think about this. If there's a talking donkey in the Bible, right? And
yes.
This book is said to be believed that these events are real history, meaning they're really a talking donkey in the Bible's perspective. In real life, there was a real life talking donkey from a person that reads the Bible's perspective. And I'm saying, what's the difference between them believing in a talking donkey and the child that's looking at Shrek believing in a talking donkey? What's the difference?
Well, I don't know. I mean, they're both fairy tale, I guess. People aren't.
They're both talking donkeys.
Hey, what do you think about Tartaria? So, how old do you think the Earth is? Because, I think they're definitely hiding. Or do you think the Earth is, like a billion years old? Or what do you think? What do you think the origins of the universe are?
I think the origins of the universe go back into the trillions.
Trillions. Okay, cool.
Like probably 77 trillion years old or some shit like that.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay, so I know, you know how long a billion seconds is?
How long? Tell me. Educate me.
It's roughly about 33 years, 32 years and some change. And then, do you know how long?
A billion seconds. So it took me a billion seconds to become a spiritual guru because I became spiritually enlightened at the age of 33.
I like that. That's when I started my channel at 33. Something special happens to you as a man or woman at 33.
Well, remember, I teach people at my magic school that you come every 11 years, you have a chance to come into your master and your master degrees. So at 11 years old, you go back and look at 11 years old, that was a time where you did a nice consciousness spurt at 22 years old. You did a nice consciousness spurt, and then at 33 years old, you know, you definitely have a ability to tap into your master years. So beware for that 44. Watch, when 44 hit, you're gonna be like, wow, he wasn't lying. I'm 44 and I'm right where I need to fucking be.
I like that. Okay, but listen though, so 1 trillion seconds is how long do you think?
If 1 billion seconds is 33 years, 1 trillion seconds is crazy. That's crazy simply because, well, that's 999 billion, 999.
It's easy. I've done this a million times. So I said this a billion times. You said, oh, you did, but so that is 33,000 years. So a trillion is 1,000 billions. A trillion is 1,000 billions. So that's a lot. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of billions. 1,000, not 100 billions, not 999 billions. 1,000 billion.
Yep, and I think we're at about year 77 trillion.
Wow, that's deep. That's deep. Okay, I like that. Okay, hey, okay, so now we've been on YouTube for about 36 minutes, and there's some stuff I want to talk about on the back half of this interview. So we're going to be on here for 45 minutes, so about 5 more minutes, 6 more minutes, basically. And then, guys, and the link, I'm going to put it in the chat. We're going to go over to Rockfin, and you guys in the chat, please reshare the Rockfin link for the moderators or the people that can share a link, Salted Cedar, if you guys don't mind, because there we can talk a little bit more about like what's going on and, you know, remedies, because you can't talk about anything health related on YouTube anymore. This is not a health show, no health stuff, you know, and everybody make sure to get triple vaccinated and get boosted up. We want to give you free boosters. If you come to the Conspiracy Castle, come into the knock on the door, all ladies get free boosters. But I want to say with some stuff we can talk about on the channel, while we're still on YouTube, you know, tell me a little bit about, like, you know, I guess you're talking about ordained ministry. You woke up at 33. So, you know, kind of tell us about yourself and a little bit more about your credentials before, you know, because we're going to leave the YouTube audience and where they can find you.
Okay, so definitely you can just Google me, Chakra Doctor. I'm very Googleable and have a litany of history. And I'm from a nothing to something story. I come from poverty. I come from child abuse. I come from drug abuse. I come from the worstest background that one can imagine. I'm not supposed to be here. 9th grade dropout. I have a millionaire business partner, and I converse with doctors, chemists, physicists as a standard of intellectual debating. Also have to be a full-time entrepreneur and living healthy and healing, doing all kinds of things with my life, healing people with my lifestyle, just living my life, and that motivates people to go and do better for themselves. And so, you know, everything from suicide attempts to addiction to poverty, I've been through it. You know, death in my family, my mother dying on Christmas Day, you know, my father died from cancer, you know, all of the things. Just recently, my father died from cancer. All of the things that go with living, that shows you that, number one, at my school, I teach people that, number one, life is a game, and a real live game. And number two, if life is beating you right now, long live the game, because games were designed 2 ways. The game was designed either to beat you, or you were going to step up your game and beat it. All games were designed to be beaten, and all games were designed to beat you. And if life is beating the crap out of you right now, then long live the game. If you're beating the hell out of life right now, and you're beating the crap out of life right now, more power to you and long live you. This is simple mathematics and simple phonetics of our reality, but we are born thinking otherwise. So therefore, we live lives unfulfilled simply because we don't know that this life is an actual holographic computer matrix game. And once you step into the game and start playing the game, you'll understand why my money magic and my algorithms work so superior. Because my money magic and my algorithms are just what they are, algorithms, computer magic. And so when you tap into the chakras and you activate the chakras and tap into the universal internet, cyberverse, multiverse, you like to call it the internet, the interface, y'all like to call it the internet, but it's really just an interface. You are the AI. Your body is a machine. Your brain is a computer, holds 10 petabytes of data. Your spirit, soul chakras are the batteries that are animating the actual vessel. And you can download programs, or run programs, deprogram, reprogram, and have a 3D experience out of this world if you want to. Or you can let the programs take you into a place of undesirable, hellish dimensions if you would like. The game is up to you. Always remember that if you incarnated as a zodiac sign, my zodiac sign that I incarnated into as an Aries, when you Google the constellation of Aries, you will see a constellation that correlates with my zodiac sign. We really live on stars, but we incarnate into planets to learn lessons. We really live on stars. This is why we're called Star Seed. This is why it's called Star Trek. This is why it's called Star Wars. This is why it's Dancing with the Stars. Everybody wants to be a
That's why it's called
star.
Dancing with the Stars? I mean, I that's why you want to be a superstar, they say. I agree with that. Why do we
Everybody wants to be a star.
Why is that? And I've always wondered why. Yeah, the star.
Hollywood Walk of Fame is filled with stars, right? Life.
I'd like to think the sun. I believe the sun and moon is some sort of portal to heaven or to some other sort of kingdom. You know, there's some sort of, it's right above us.
Whenever you die, whenever people die and they report seeing the white light, what you think the white light was?
I don't know. It's some sort of portal energy thing. There's something.
The very sun you were talking about. The sun, you get close enough to it, it's blindingly radiant.
I agree. I think the sun would be very radiant, but I think we go something about the circle of life, the sun and moon. I don't know what it is, but I think it's
circle of light chakra. That's what a chakra is, circle of light.
Okay, hey, real quick, even though I don't know how much stuff you can talk about this, but tell me about, we can talk a little bit about like, chakras and like, tantric sex and all that stuff. What's the deal with that? What's the scam with the yoga and how you can do sex do you do all that tantric sex and all that stuff where you can have sex for like an hour and a half? Can you do that, Chakra Doctor?
Yes, but if you're doing it from a place of thinking of it as sex, then you're intercourse. When most people hear the word sex, they think of dick and pussy, physical intercourse, touchy feely, kissy.
Try to be a little, so we don't kick totally off, but we can talk about the sexual stuff, but let's maybe, try to baby it up, the language a little. I just don't want to get censored because I enjoy talking about sexual things. No, you're great. You're great. I'm just saying because I like talking about sexual and tantric sex. You know how they, this is restricted content. I'm very interested in that because how do you last that long? How does that, but keep going. Sorry to cut you off.
Because tantric sex is based in a spiritual nature, and when you tap into the spirit is the overall sovereign over the body. And once you are strong enough in spirit, you can tell your body to do whatever you needed to do. This is why I was healing a lot of people through FCA yoga way before I was healing people with other methods. So I was getting people to activate their chakras, and people were able to heal their bones faster. People were able to heal their bones faster, last longer in bed. People were able to have better sex because they were tapping into their chakras. People who were suffering from attracting women or attracting men were able to attract more women and attract more men because they were activating their chakras. So if you want to be technical, if you really want to be a great person in bed, I definitely would implore you to seek, higher energy rhetoric, higher energy methods, higher energy practices, because once you tap into the higher energies govern the lower energies. And yeah, you can definitely have some great, wonderful experiences through tapping into your higher self and having some physical intercourse. Yes, you can.
And what is sex, in your opinion? What is it, just to procreate? Obviously not.
So sex is the sacred energy exchange. S standing for sacred, E standing for energy, and X standing for the exchange, but the X chromosome. Remember, the female carries the X chromosome, and this is why I call my ex-boyfriend, my ex-girlfriend. This is why it's sex, hex, plex, rex, and all of these different X's. All my exes live in
Texas,
right? and the porn industry would not be able to go about without the X, right? And this stands for genetics of the X chromosome and the female carrying the mitochondrial DNA and all of these things. So when you're talking about sex, you're actually talking about and energy exchanging, one energy going into another. So when you take the key, that is the phallus, and you stick it into your door, that is the womb, the matrix, and you unlock the door, now you're able to walk into the house. That is virtually the orgasm, now you got a home. When you take the lighter, and the lighter is the phallus, and then you take the weed, and the weed is a bowl, right? And it's the womb, and then you hit the weed.
You mean tobacco, but yes.
You get out smoke. You get out smoke, and that's the orgasm.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
That's the smoke is the orgasm. Well, it's the same thing with everything in life. Everything in life mimics the sacred energy exchange. Something going in to grow out. When you take a seed, you put it in the ground, right? And you plow it. It's called plowing. Plowing is drilling, the equivalent of intercourse. You plow the seed into the ground, and then the seed grows up out of the ground, right? And so everything mimics the sacred. Up out of the ground is the orgasm. Remember, the orgasm comes up out of the man. Then that's called his seed, sowing his wild oats. So the seeds come up out of you, right? And then it is planted into a garden like a woman. The woman is the garden. And then that seed is nurtured into a plant, aka baby, right? And so the sacred energy exchange is all around us. Everything that we do is sex. Everything that we do is
What
sex.
about masturbation? That's not sex. What's masturbation?
Yes, masturbation is a form of sex. That is called sex with oneself. And I would implore everybody to, before you get out there and start having exchanges with each other, if you're going to do anything, you might as well have an exchange with yourself, because how are you going to tell somebody else to please you if you don't even know how to please you? How are you going to tell somebody else where you like it and how you like it when you haven't even explored your own body and find out what you do and don't like, right? And so
I like pickle relish. I like to get a jar of pickle relish and just throw it on the bed and just roll around in it like a hot dog. I call it hot dogging.
Yeah, I like a bunch of women. I like a bunch of women in the same bed, and we all doing some
No, real quick, but you do like multiple women. You can handle that. See, I would get performance anxiety. What's wrong with me? My buddy Jaron makes fun of me too.
Bible,
honestly, let me.
All of the prophets said,
let me say this real quick.
I believe.
Let me say this.
I believe in the Hugh Hefner anomaly.
I'm saying I lost my virginity like right before my 15th birthday, so I was technically 14. I think losing my virginity too early kind of like sexually, regressed me or something, because I don't think I'm over sexually. Like I almost look at sex as like kind of naughty, even when I'm having it, you know what I mean? Like, and even when I masturbate, I feel guilty. Like, it's weird. I still feel, I don't have sex and I feel like, I'm a badass. I'm always like, well, this is kind of dangerous. This is kind of intense. I don't know why I don't have that aggressive mindset.
And that's crazy, because we live in a place where we think sex is kind of naughty, but we over-sexualize everything. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm over-sexualized too. I'm not anti-sex. I'm just saying, like, this girl and I were the same age, but I mean, we just, it was just kind of young. Like, I feel like I had sex maybe too early, and now I almost resent it because I didn't,
Probably because sex is a high-energy spiritual thing. It is governed by your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is located in your genitals and pelvis, and you can feel your sacral chakra. You can literally close your eyes and feel that invisible energy. What do you think? Your heart on the invisible energy that creates your heart on. What do you think that comes from? The horniness. You can't put horny in a
what
bottle.
is that? Well, no, and I would never have this problem, but this is what I know, but listen to this. Guys, people, this show is crazy, but I just saw a video from a girl's Ring camera of a guy that opened her door and like said something creepy like, hey, can I he basically tried to rape her. She was able to stop him, and she caught it on the Ring camera. And in my mind, like she said she didn't know who this guy is. I'm like, what kind of horny are you to go knock on a door? How horny are you to even rape a girl? That doesn't make any sense, but that's some sort of evil spirit. I mean, it has to be taken of your brain, because why would you ever rape? That's the most sick thing. I just don't understand how a person could ever bring themselves to doing that.
You ready? You got to think about it. That has been a practice of the Roman Empire for quite some time. The Roman Empire used to pillage towns and rape the kings. So that's an old practice of the Roman Empire. And when you're in Rome, do as the Romans do. And last time I checked, America is governed by Rome.
We're still controlled. Rome never fell. That's kind of the mindset. Is that what you believe?
Well, remember, our alphabet, our words or Roman. English, that's Roman.
Yeah, it is Roman.
ABCDEFG is Roman.
Wow. And then all that Roman stuff's weird because that's kind of like, you know, the what is it? The Statue of Liberty is you know, the transgendered. A lot of that Roman stuff is like kind of sexual transgendered vibe stuff too. You know what I'm talking about? Or is that Greek mythology I'm thinking about?
The Romans, the ones with all, the Romans and the Greeks, they're the ones with all of the pictures of the little boys. And you know, Shakespeare used to have little boys play the girl roles in his plays, and you know,
yeah. Why did they do that? Why did Shakespeare? Why couldn't girls? Wow, that's funny. Yeah, they don't like that.
Racist, Satanists, and
you're saying Shakespeare was potentially a human trafficker? Is that what you think? They say Shakespeare might not even be real and that somebody else wrote all that stuff. Because how could he write all that?
No, that is true. He had a ghostwriter. He had a ghostwriter. But how many actors in Hollywood have a ghostwriter writing for them? How many entertainers have ghostwriters writing for them? It's the same shit, different restaurant. He had a ghostwriter. He had a team of writers, and he took all the credit. And his ass used to take the little boys and make them play the girl roles.
Chakra, I hate to say this, but Melanie, one of my fans, she says, this dude isn't in bed with a bunch of women. That's what she said. Well, tell her she's wrong. Melanie, I love you, Melanie. She doesn't think you get with a bunch of women at once, is what she said.
She said, well, I don't think
she said you don't get with a bunch of women at the same time, is what she said. He's not in bed with a bunch of women.
I said the ideal fantasy.
Oh, but I believe that you are. You're a chakra doctor. I mean, yoga. People don't. This is another thing, and I don't know Melanie. I don't know Melanie very well. I know she's a good person, but I'm saying yoga is. There's something weird about yoga and like sexuality.
Me and my wife get courted all the time, but we're demiosapiosexual. So
what does that mean?
You're a demiosapio. That means one who is turned on by intellect, one who is turned on by spiritual means. So when you look at what turns us on and what we can attract, then you know that in order to have sex with us is not going to be just an encounter of sex, right? It's going to be an encounter of intellect and an encounter of spirit that leads to sex. And so whenever you tap into higher nature and higher energy, you're not just going to have intercourse just to have intercourse, because you're exchanging energy with someone. And if someone has a lower energy, right? If someone has a bad credit, you're not going to go into a credit venture and get a loan from a bank with them. It's just not going to happen because you got a high credit score, right? But if somebody got a high credit score mixed with your high credit score, y'all both going to unite those high credit score and go do some damage. But a person, that's the same thing with sex. You're not going to, I don't fuck down, I fuck up.
Oh,
right?
I like that.
So understand that up means a higher vibration. Up means the highest thinking quality, the highest eating quality, the highest emotional vibration that brings positivity and light to the room. So it's not just about sex intercourse anymore. It's about sacred energy exchanges. And once you activate the chakras, you're automatically having a form of sex, automatically just activating chakras, because these are your sacred energies exchanging. You are telling someone, hey, activate this chakra, locate this chakra, and you are exchanging energy. So everybody, in some kind of type of way, shape, form, or fashion, they're having a sacred energy exchange. We just gotta apply sacred energy exchanges to something that is higher than intercourse, physical intercourse.
Yeah, I agree, because once you have that mental connection or that, whatever it is, it's like when you actually like the person, it makes it so much better.
That's so connected.
Yeah. It really sounds goofy. It sounds very, goofy that you would need that. You would think as a coxman, you would just be able to just, bang chicks and not worry about it. But guys have emotions too. You get oxytocin, you get physically connected from the hormones that you release during sex that make you actually addicted to the person. So it's not just something light, we're so over sexualized.
But that's why at my church I always encourage, in this order, love, sex, marriage. So I feel that people should get to know each other first, to love each other. And then through that love, have sex, and marriage is a contract. You don't have to sign a contract to prove that you love each other to have sex. But if you want to go into a contract, make that.
I agree. Hey, I just have to cut you off. But what is the point? Why was that? Well, why did they create a marriage? I guess to protect the woman, because really it doesn't protect anybody. The contract of marriage almost ruins the marriage, because then it jinxes it.
But Well, remember, you're just going off of American marriage, but marriage is an older concept in America.
Okay. So tell me about the older concept of it. If you...
The older concept of marriage was, empire building, kingdom building. When pioneers were pioneering the world, marriages were a thing of contract to unite resources with resources and connections with connections and bloodlines with bloodlines. And so marriage is more than something to the wedding. When you look up the word marriage, marriage has multiple definitions, not just you getting married, having a wedding, and, flowers in a bouquet and standard, Roman way. But when we look at how marriage began simply because a man and a female decided to do the shaboinka boinka, and out came some multiplication of more males and females. And one day the males and females decided to say, hey man, let's make a contract. I want to put this in writing. And human beings do things like that, put things in writing, including love. Right? Because if you want to go, if you want to talk about marriage takes more than love. It takes that great sexual chemistry. You're going to want to have that great sexual chemistry before you get married. Trust me. Right? It takes loving each other. You're going to want to love each other before you get married, because nobody wants to marry somebody that don't love. Right? And then, you want to get to know a person and know what a person can and can't handle before you unite resources. Because when you marry somebody, you're uniting resources as well as you're joining life with life. And that life with life should build to an empire type of state in your life, where you are able to have basically your own personal government, a government of your own within this government that you're under.
Well, this marriage thing, I'll tell you this much. I saw a picture of a guy buying an engagement ring for his sex doll, and I thought about it, and I thought, you know what? That's a good wife. Why not? Because it's hard. It's hard as humans. I think we change. I think we're like evolving. Actually humans, we do evolve. And sometimes, we can change with people. So it's like, I do think we're meant to be monogamous and have a life partner at the same time. So it's kind of this weird, what I'm trying to say is I'm stuck in this form of arrested development where Chakra Doctor, where I'm kind of afraid to get married.
What about all those kings? What about all those kings, pharaohs, and examples of life that had these kingdoms and multiple wives? And how come a man can get multiple women pregnant at the same time, but a woman can't be pregnant by multiple men?
So that means a man should. That means a man should. That's what Nick Cannon would say, right? He should, and if he has the ability.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just asking a question. I'm asking the question as to why has nature allowed for one species to create and multiply at the level of creating multiplication, meaning, hey, a guy can have 10 girls pregnant if he wants, right? And have 10 babies at one time. A woman cannot have 10 babies at one time. She can only have one baby at one time. This is the law of nature.
Octomom had 8 babies, if you remember that. She was artificially inseminated, but there was a woman that had 8 babies. I was a big...
People are artificially.
But I loved Octomom. Were you not a big Octomom? I had her poster. I was a huge Octomom fan. She had a reality show. Were you not into that at the time?
Well, remember, you said the key word. You said artificially.
Yeah, I know.
Nature ain't on nothing about nature is artificial. No art, no additives, no preservatives, no artificial flavors and added things of that nature.
I just told Way Woke, and I told Way Woke in the chat that they would rather spend a night with you than me. So I told them I'm banning them. So you're banned, Way Woke. I'm kidding. I didn't. You're not really banned, Way Woke. That's a joke. We like to joke around like you're joking with me. You're fine, Way Woke. I actually encourage people to tease me. It's fun. Okay, but listen. I'm telling you though. I'm stuck in that kind of fear-based mindset where if I get in this relationship, I'm going to end up getting a divorce and it's going to be terrible. Like, I really do have that fear. I need to get out
of it. And you're going to attract that shit.
Yeah.
You're going to attract that shit. You always, remember, the words that we say in our mind are the gods of our mind. Whatever fear-based knowledges or fear-based habits that you have, you will attract those fear-based habits. Even though you don't want those fear-based habits to come into your life, simply because you carry a frequency of fear.
Well, you know
fear
this. Let me tell you this. This is so true though how you manifest it. Because I remember when I first started my show and like I didn't really have a show. Like I couldn't like really imagine the future. But now that I've been doing the show, like now I'm kind of manifesting my future. Like I can see it now that I've done more. Like I can actually see it happening. You know, I can see where it's going. And that's crazy because of I'm able to manifest it. You know what I mean? And so it's real. It's like once you actually get into it and you start like you're thinking about it so much and you're visualizing in your head, it actually becomes a reality. And that's basically what's happening. Like, you know, I've called into InfoWars. I'm about to go on InfoWars.
That's called magic, my friend.
That's what I'm saying. Like the stuff I met, and because, and if I was thinking, oh, I really want a wife, I probably would find a wife. But because I've been this conspiracy guy looking at Alex Jones, it kind of makes sense. I manifested this.
How many times do you sit in your room in Dallas and actually envision the perfect girl for you? Right?
Not that much. Not that much, really.
You know, so the universe can't even act on your behalf in finding the woman amongst the 8 billion people for you because you don't even know what you want.
A lot of times,
you don't even see what you want.
Well, and I'm saying I see available girls that reach out to me, and you know what's sad is
I'm talking about in your imagination. I'm talking about in your imagination. You don't go inside of your mind and build your woman.
Yeah. No, somebody said I hadn't had bedroom action in a while. Actually, I had bedroom action the other day, and it was just with this girl I've seen before. It just wasn't. That's kind of maybe. And I just got out of a relationship like about a month ago, and then I had a fling since then. I'm just saying, it's like a lot of times I look at these women, I'm like, oh my God, here's a headache. I gotta take them out.
I gotta heal, brother.
I know. I got a lot of healing. I'm damaged goods. People that come on here and act like they're perfect. No, I'm far from it. But I do try. You know, I'm saying I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to be better like everybody.
What are you currently doing to heal the damage?
I mean, I guess I'm eating a lot of Domino's. I'm eating a lot of free Krispy Kreme donuts. That helps the damage. I'm drinking a lot of diet soda. I don't smoke cigarettes, but sometimes I go stand by the smoking section and just kind of secondhand. I know. No, honestly, I'm not doing much to heal. I'm in a debt negative state or whatever. I'm not in a positive. I'm going in health debt. I need to go into health wealth.
You need to come. Yeah. You need the Chakra Doctor boot camp, man. You need the positive penetration.
Oh, speaking of that, okay. Hey, we've been here for an hour, so we're going to end the YouTube show, guys. We have the link to the Chakra Doctor is in the description, and the link to the Rockfin link. So it's free. It's not behind a paywall, so you guys can't complain. Oh, I don't even think you have to make an account. Yeah. So you just click it, and so say goodbye to the YouTube audience, and then we're gonna on the Rockfin link, guys. We're gonna be able to talk about the adult things and talk about health and wellness type stuff. So you'll see the link is pinned in the chat for the YouTube audience. So we're going to say goodbye to the YouTube guys. So bye, YouTube. See ya.